How much times do you keep doing this same shit, dumping it in there, capturing him, or they get capturing him, grabbing him, putting him in there? Like, where's your stopping point, Mateo?
Until it works. As a parent, I would hope that your answer is until it works.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not there. I hope I'll never be there. But
here's the thing. I don't believe what you say, first of all, because I know how much you love Luka.
Do you know what I'm saying, though?
So I understand your philosophy. I don't think you have any bite to your bark. Personally, you love your son so much, you will not let him. It's just, I don't believe you.
For our final topic, how long are you supposed to take care of your children's finances for? Mostly, this stems from Romeo calling out his dad, Master P, for taking out money from his taxes.
Well, he says that he used up all of his finances on paying his taxes back. And as we know, in that era, even early mid-90s, Master P had probably one of the biggest catalogs of music. He had over 50 artists, some which we know, Snoop Dogg. A whole bunch of people went to Master P and recorded albums at his studios.
Do you want to tell people a little bit about like some of that catalog and give them a little background? Because I mean, obviously, Master P is most famous for being, the genius behind the brand Rap Snacks. That's been his biggest contribution to the culture, to the world.
Yeah,
Rap Snacks.
Hey, that's pretty good.
He's been. What I didn't know was that he has also been creating rap snacks for over 15 years.
That's fucking nutty.
Romeo says that he not only he's been promoting Rap Snacks for over 15 years as well, trying to help his dad out. His dad saying that they were going to own a piece of it and that they were going to sell it, and off of that money they would get paid. And Romeo says that he has not seen a dime. Now, damn. A lot of people are like, hey, dude, and it's not just a lot of people. The black community is very separated on this issue. And the black community and the Hispanic community, I feel like, are very parallel in these. They're not the same, but they do have some of the same. They go by the same laws, and I think personally, it's a very flawed way of viewing raising a child and what your part is in your child's life at different ages of their life. A lot of people in Spanish and black families say, when you're 18, you're a man now. You got to go out and work, and you got to go make your money, and you got to survive off of your own money. And while I get like that, yes, you have to take responsibility for yourself in your 20s and your late teens. I think that is a very crucial part of that year. But a lot of them take it too far to the point where you don't have nothing to stand off of. And for me, I started off in a room on 161st Street. I started off renting a room for $500, and I worked my way up to my apartment. But like the damage that I did in credit card and debt, and there was no stability there for me. I kind of was just dropped here, and they were like, make it happen. And I just had to kind of make it happen. And I would never want my son to go through, or my daughter to go through, the stuff that I've had to go through in the last 15, for however long, this has been going on for me, where I've had to maintain myself. Even as a child, 15-year-old, I would not want a 15-year-old version of my kids to have to be raising themselves and like it going to work while, which I think is cool to go to work in high school. But for me, I was getting Fs because I was working till like 1 a.m. So I don't know. I think a lot of this is nepotism based. And I feel like when you have when you have the finances to take care of your child, I don't think that job ever stops.
For sure. I mean, yeah, we're talking about people in like a completely different tax bracket than all the rest of us, right?
Yeah.
Like Lil Romeo was everywhere. There was a period of time where he was everywhere. He was basically like making more money than grown ass men make in a year.
Yeah.
So like, I think that the conversation's a little fucked. Like, how much did Master P put into that? How much does Master P feel like he was owed during that time when he was this underage kid working? That like now he's like, but now you're on your own. You got it. I gave you exposure. That's what I did. Like he's basically saying that he paid him in exposure.
A lot of people said that they go ahead.
I was gonna say I think that there is a limit on what and how long you should support your kids' finances. Like at some point they got to be grown adults and they got to be able to handle their own. I'm not saying like if they're fucking in a slump, don't help them, but it like you legit have to. By at a certain age, they got to understand the value of a dollar and how to handle and move their money around and handle their finances. Like don't come on here and be like, oh, I'm broke this week, I need money, boom. Next week, oh, I need money, boom. Or next month, I need money, boom. It's like, nah, handle your money, because the more you don't teach them how to handle it, the worse it's gonna be. So when you die, ain't nobody gonna be there helping them, and your kid's gonna be a bum.
How would you teach in that situation? Because like I've heard the argument that if you act like a crutch like that, if every time someone comes to if every time your kid comes to you for money, you just hand him money, are you just teaching them that I'm a bank, or are you coddling them from a life's lesson? But to what extent though? Like to what extent as a parent would you be willing to let your child suffer? Like, are you going to let your kid not eat for a week because you're learning a lesson? The daddy's not giving you money anymore.
At some aspects, like me growing up, my dad taught me the value of $1 at a young age. So like he'll tell me like, oh, you want candy? You got to do something for the money to get the candy. So I would just rake the yard or something. He'll give me like $5. And back then, $5 is a long way to a fucking convenience store. Like, candies weren't that expensive as it is now. So it's like, okay, boom, I got money. Now I go to the store and I wanted all this stuff, but I realized I got $5 and I want to use this for tomorrow. So me right there, I'm already calculating like, okay, if I buy this, I can get this the next day. So right there, just me by doing it on my own, I'm already like, okay, I gotta make this last for X amount of time. So that right there, you start teaching your kid that instead of you just saying, sure, go grab whatever you want, I'll pay for it. No, you worked for the $5. Now go buy something what you want for it.
But think about it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I've got something. I'm just gonna have to keep it in my brain.
Go ahead. Oh, shoot.
Is there a time frame on things like this though? Like, let's say they didn't get those lessons when they were younger, right? Or let's say that those lessons obviously didn't stick. Is there a time frame? Like, is it you graduate and then you've got 7 years of your parents' assistance? If some shit goes sideways when you're in your 30s, should your parents no longer help you? Should you ask if you can crash there? Should they be like, fuck no, you're a grown ass man. Didn't I teach you the value of $1? You should have had money saved up or some shit, right?
Yeah, there's certain circumstances, obviously, certain variables that was gonna happen that I'll help you out because you're not bumming it. But the difference. Any adult knows the difference when your son or your child is bumming it or just got through some hard shit. That's very different. Help them out as best you can. But
so what if they're a bum? Let's go with that route.
If they're bumming
your child,
you got to hit that man hard with it.
You're gonna let him starve.
He's like, yo, go get a
job.
Gonna let
him starve?
No, I'll make sure he gets something to eat. But I'm like, yo, you need to go work.
You're not gonna let it go that far. How far are you gonna let it go? We're going the barometer.
As far as you, I'm not gonna let you.
Homeless?
If he's homeless, I'd be kind of hard.
Detrimental that would be.
It's gotta be. It depends. If you're a fucking drug addict or whatever, and I've been trying to help you, you don't want to help. Nah, fuck out of here. Life is hard, my G. Like if you don't want to help yourself, I can't help you.
I mean, as a parent, like obviously I'm not a parent, right? But as a parent, would you actually be able to do that though? Because I feel like you and I both know, like logically, it's much harder for a person to get off drugs if they're living on the street than it is if they're living at home.
That is true, but that's what I'm saying. It just varies on the situation. It's hard to do a hypothetical right now, right? Because it's like I've seen families deal with that, and it's worse at home. They're stealing from you. They're taking shit out of your house and to go buy drugs, and now you come home with nothing. And then they say, "Fucking get the fuck out of my house. I'm done with you."
Yeah.
The parents are gonna have a limit. Like
Yeah,
at 18
and I mean-
years
and-
old,
and I
I
mean,
think
it's-
your
and
kid
it's-
needs to be able to buy his own shit, do a job if he wants to. I'm not saying make him work 40 hours a week or whatever, but at least they're not relying on you solely. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't necessarily disagree. I do think that there can be like detriments to like just giving your kids money anytime they're asking for it. I think that it can lead to just expecting that it doesn't matter if I'm short
Handouts.
because there's always money in the, there's always money in the banana stand or whatever,
Yep. Handout. That's all it is. You gotta know. They gotta know what no means. Put it like that.
But is a parent's responsibility to just take care of their children forever?
No, it's not. Maybe
I think so.
and it's not financially either. Like it
I
can
think
be
so.
like emotionally, or doing the favor like that. But I don't think that you're tied to paying all their shit. You're tied to just giving them fucking money. Like, no, hey, I'm not made of money, right? Even if I was made of money, bro, there's rich people who don't even really be doing that like that. Like,
I agree.
Like
I
Shaq
disagree.
said, like, yo, I'll pay, or I'll give you money or whatever if you show me a degree. Like, I'll like put you in the will type shit if you show me your degree.
I
Then
think
once you go
if
get their
you're,
degrees, it's like,
I think if you,
Go ahead.
I think if your child is out there suffering, and especially if you're a celebrity, you're just showing your ass. Personally, I think as no matter what the situation is, and I think even if you're at your ends meet and you have somebody that's mentally ill, your child, something like that, I think it is still your responsibility as a parent to be there for your kid, no matter how old they are, no matter what situation they're in. I think it is physically your responsibility to be there for them. And I think that job doesn't stop when they're 20, when they're 30, when they're 40.
I think it's all
And
situational too, though.
I think the one quantifier of this is poverty. There's people that are poor and can't afford stuff like this, and then there's people that do. I have rarely seen this with people that are wealthy. When someone moves in and they're 40 years old, their parents are helping, their 60-year-old, 70-year-old parents are helping them move in. They're paying for their rent. They're paying for their cell phones. Their parents are still paying for their cell phones to this day. That job never stops. It's never going to stop. You being a parent for your son, you being there to show him the way when he falls down. I think
but you're saying
that
two different
is-
things, though. I'm just speaking on finances. Like, I'll help my kid out to a certain degree. I'm not gonna be there
You
babying them.
won't. You're not gonna allow the pitfalls of life to affect your son.
What are you talking about?
guarantee it.
I just said that
guarantee it.
I just said I'm not gonna support him financially like that. Like if he needs something, and that's what I'm saying. There's so many
I'm telling
variables.
you that you're
it's hard
wrong, though.
No,
you will
how?
help that boy.
How can you tell me?
Because it's your son, Tony.
Listen.
It is your
You're not
blood.
even listening, though. Like, I am going to help him to the best of my abilities, but I am not going to be his crutch. Like, I'm not going to be his crutch. You have to, bro. By that time, if my son doesn't know how to handle his money, I failed him as a parent off rip. I'm sorry. If
But
my
that's
son
not
is
where the
25
story
years old
ends.
and don't know how to do certain things, how to handle his money, how to do taxes, how to do like I didn't really know all that. Like, my parents didn't teach me all of that because themselves didn't know too much of it. But if
That's a weird barometer.
No, it's not.
By 25, if he doesn't have his shit
Nigga,
together,
by 18, if he doesn't know how to manage money, I think there's a
I'm
problem
telling
there.
you, that's that black Spanish culture. I'm telling
How's
you,
that
that's
black
that shit.
Spanish
That's that,
culture?
at year 18, at year 25, if they
No,
don't got
you're-
their shit, if they're not fucking,
See,
yo,
you're
it's the
taking
same
that
shit
to
that
the
was
level- I'm
told
not-
to me. You're 18 now. You're a man.
That's not what
You
I'm telling
need to
my
go
kid.
handle.
You're not
and-
listening. You're not listening. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying at 18, if they don't know how to manage money, if they don't know how to, do certain things, I'm failing him as a parent. By 18, I think all kids should know how to do their own taxes. I didn't know how to do my own taxes. My teacher in high school showed me how to do my own taxes.
I would say like 22, 23, because you're talking like you're mixing in like some college kids, right? Those kids maybe don't have a job. Maybe your kid didn't have a job back in high school because they were focusing on extracurriculars, sports, whatever the fuck, right? They didn't have time. I would say 22, 23. You should by that point should have done your taxes before and
So then
figured
my
out
original
like how to do
statement
personal.
stands at 25. You should know how to do a
figure out
lot
how
of
to
those
do-
things.
But like, is that the end of assistance to kids? I would be so surprised to find that 25 is like the age that we could agree upon for that.
No, I don't think that's the end of it. And I'm like that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I will be there to support my kid. There's certain variables in life that happens that will prevent me to be like, yo, like, what are we doing here? Like, it's just a difference to
Let's
just
say-
giving you fucking money nonstop. You just ask. I'm not even asking a question. I'm just giving you hundreds. Like,
What if money wasn't an issue for you?
The same. It will be the same shit.
If you had more money,
If I had
you don't
unlimited
there's
money-
no money problems, and you can give him whatever you want. Money would really be an issue. You would make
It's
that
not
a
about-
problem for him.
No, it's
Yeah,
no. It's not about.
you hit that $500 million Powerball tomorrow or something.
It's not a.
Money's
I
going
would
to be a
still-
problem for him.
It won't be a problem for him, but I'm not gonna just give it to him. I'm not just gonna flood him. He's
You're
not
not.
gonna.
He has it. You don't have to give him anything. You
What
are
is he
an
gonna have?
extension
I
of him.
have it. He
has
doesn't have it. No.
You have
There's
it.
a very big difference here. I have it. He doesn't have it. I can give it to him.
Your son doesn't have what you have. You're telling me that?
Money
You know
wise.
what? You know what is wild to me about conversation like this is not with you specifically, Tony, but it brings to mind like people always talk like, especially these like hustle culture dudes and these hustle culture people. They always talk about like building generational wealth and making sure my kids never have to work and blah blah blah. But then they also say the same shit where they're like, but my kid will have to work. Like he's not just gonna live off this money that I'm building. I was like, why the fuck are you building generational wealth then? If you're not
see, generational wealth,
generations.
Generational wealth works because you got to keep that shit going. Just because I build a generational wealth, at some point that money's gonna run out. If the fucking tree doesn't, or the apples don't keep growing, you know what I'm saying? The kids don't keep learning or keep that same mentality. I'm gonna leave my.
How many years out are we talking on that though? You're talking like
generational
50,
wealth is
60 years
forever. Like if I hit the lotto, if I hit $500 million, I'm gonna try to establish some type of way. I'm gonna try to get even better with money, and that way it can last for generations. My kids are gonna still use that money. Like,
But
that's
you
the type of
can't
shit you gotta teach them.
You can't control your kids'
No,
kids'
you
kids.
can't.
You know what I mean?
But you can
like
teach your
is
kid.
after you die, that's it. They have that wealth to, let's say, move to so that they don't have to start at zero.
No one. That's duh. Obviously, I'm saying
you-
that
if you
my
got-
kid, I
if
give
you-
my kid the knowledge to
Let him
continue
speak.
growth.
If you hit the Powerball, let's say you put $400 million away from the Powerball, you would be earning $8.8 million yearly just in interest on that money.
That's great.
How much generational wealth? How much would you have to worry about your generational wealth not passing on? You think someone's gonna spend $8 million in a year just boom casually?
Bro, I want that shit. I want them to be able to just to have the money. After I die, I don't give a fuck. At that point, I'm dead. I did everything I could possibly do for you. But I'm gonna try to give my son every ounce of knowledge, every ounce of. I'm not gonna leave him. If I have him hundreds of millions of dollars and I die, I'm gonna make sure he's well off when I die. I'm gonna give you money. Now it's up to you to handle that shit. It's up
He's
to you
gonna
not to
inherit
fumble
all
the bag.
your money, not just all of it.
No,
Everything.
I'm gonna split my money up with my family. I got my sisters are still alive. God forbid anything happens to them. My nieces, my nephews. I'm gonna make sure everybody gets the bag. My son's gonna get the majority of it, but I'm gonna make sure everybody gets the bag, and I'm gonna make sure that they don't fumble it. I'm gonna give them the keys so they don't fumble the bag.
You can't prevent. You can't do that. There's
listen to what you're fucking saying. You're not listening. I'm gonna give him the keys. I'm gonna put the fucking keys in the fuck boy's hands. I'm gonna take the hinges
brackets,
off the fuck
hinges
boy
off the
hands
doors.
and let him go through the door. I'm just saying, like, I'm giving him the keys. If they fuck up, that's on them now, though. I'm dead. I can't do as long as I did what I did as a parent, giving them the knowledge and the tools. They got to build their own way. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
And I don't disagree with that part at all. Like I think that it's important to teach those kinds of lessons. I think schools should teach a lot more of these lessons. I think schools should teach you how to do taxes, and they should have classes that actually focus on like the kind of math and money management and budgeting that we actually deal with in our daily lives, because that's just shit that for the most part we've all just had to figure out as we've gone along. My dad tried to teach me the importance of money and things like that. But he never sat down with me and was like, and this is how you balance a checkbook, and this is how is how you figure out how much money you should be spending every month. His lesson was more along the lines of, just live in your means. Live in your means. Like, well, that's useful.
That's not helpful. Yeah, that's not helpful. That's what I'm saying. Giving your kids the knowledge that you didn't have, but you've learned, that's not starting from zero. That's started from a better point than where you started. So you're already at a better advantage.
But I do think that if you are the most powerful country in the world, the richest country in the world, and you're letting people starve in the streets, I think you're fucking up as a country. And in that same line of thought, I think if you're a parent that has the means and the ability to keep your kid off the street and keep your kid from starving, and you're not because you're teaching them a lesson, I think you're probably a piece of shit too.
I mean, borderline, right? Like, it depends. Like, if there's different things in life that, like, I'm going to help my son. If my son's a drug addict, God forbid, he's a drug addict and he doesn't want to do nothing but steal and do crack all damn day long, and I take him and I put him in a home, or not a home, but I put him somewhere to help him out, this and that, or I bring him in the house and he runs, escapes, and keeps doing it. How much times do you keep doing this same shit, dumping it in there, capturing him, or they get capturing him, grabbing him, putting him in there? Like, where's your stopping point? Mateo? Until
it works. As a parent, I would hope that your answer is until it works.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not there. I hope I'll never be there. But
here's the thing. I don't believe what you say, first of all, because I know how much you love Luka.
Do you know what I'm saying, though?
So I understand your philosophy. I don't think you have any bite to your bark. Personally, you love your son so much, you will not let him. It's just, I don't believe you.
This is the same stance that I'm taking. Like, I don't actually have a problem with any of the philosophy that you're saying. Like, I think it is important to teach these lessons.
I'm just saying.
I think when you're, as a parent, if you came to that situation, I don't think you would let that boy be homeless. I don't think you'd let him be on the street without a dollar in his pocket.
And you can rewind the tapes. Mind you, I never said I'm going to leave him homeless, and I never said I'm going to let him starve. Not once did I say that. Not once. So this mountain that y'all putting me on right now, I never once said that. I'm just saying, what's your stopping point? What's your stopping point? That's all I'm asking.
This is what we're talking about.
I don't know my stopping point because I'm not there yet.
We are saying there is no stopping point. That's what we are agreeing with.
I've seen parents that had a stopping point.
And I think that's,
I'm saying, me personally, I'm not there, so I don't know. But I know at some point something's got to give. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna let my son die in front of me, no. But I'm saying, like, I don't know. I can't really answer that question that you want me to answer. But I've seen people say, I'm done. I had enough. You know what I mean?
I think that's because they don't have enough money to finance, and money is really the issue and the problem.
No, if your son goes out and kills hundreds of people, you're going to keep supporting his habits and give him.
I love my son till the day I die. Do you know Jeffrey Dahmer's? A lot of these people, serial killers' moms don't believe that they did the crime.
I was thinking about that exact thing when we were talking earlier. I was thinking we were talking about the limits of parental love, and I was like, these parents.
Answer your own question.
They should go to jail too.
If Luka kills 100 people,
the parents shouldn't go to jail too.
If you're supporting the dude's habits, yeah, you should go to jail.
Answer your own question. Answer your own question.
What?
If the mom's out there helping him abduct women from the highway or something,
you ain't stopping her. You ain't stopping him.
Luka is a future serial killer. Would you stop loving Luka?
I won't stop loving him, but I'll stop him.
But
I answered your question. I won't stop loving him, but I will stop him. I will stop him. I wouldn't want him to hurt other people's families or kids. Okay. I will stop him. That's what I said. I love him.
Yeah.
He's a serial killer, but I can't support that, son. I'm not gonna have you kill someone else's son because I wouldn't want that to happen to you.
If you were a parent that was aware and you were helping your kid cover up, yeah, you're a shitty parent in that case. We were just talking about these parents that like they're still supporting and loving their kids that have done these terrible, horrible things.
They don't want to believe it. That's all it is. That's a mind thing. They don't want to believe it. Like
I think they do. I think in some way they know that these things are true.
They have to. There's no way.
You can love someone that you hate like that. Those are not necessarily.
Your son is gonna be 30 years old, and you're still gonna see your son at this age in him. It doesn't stop. Like you're always gonna see him as a child. Like it's not gonna stop when just because he starts growing a beard and this and that, and he's able to do things on his own. He's always gonna be your son.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna treat him like a 2-year-old. If that's what you're trying to get at. Like he's
I'm saying, but if he grows up,
boy, yeah. But I'm gonna treat him like a man because you gotta treat him like the person he is. If he's 24, I'm not gonna my little baby, but let me hold you, me burp you. No, you're still my little boy. In my heart, you're still my little boy. But you're a man. Talk to you, treat you like a man. You fucking up, hey boy. I can't
wait till he's a grandfather and he just cracks and all of this philosophy goes out the window. And he's just the biggest loving grandfather.
That's different.
No, let him. Don't worry.
That's different. That's very different because everybody here experienced that. Our parents treat us hard. As soon as we get to grandparents, it's all lovey-dovey. I see with my parents.
That was my experience with my grandparents, but I'm an exception to
the majority. I'm just saying, my grandkids, yeah, I'm going to be like, I'm spoiling the shit out of my grandkids. But my son, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just what it is. Like, but yeah. Ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. We're out here. We're dropping videos. We got videos coming starting this new year. New year bullshit. Yeah. We're dropping videos every single fucking day. Shorts, reels. We still got the regular time form for the our time format for the episodes and all that. But we're adding new TikTok videos. We're even re-releasing some of our old ones as well. So
maybe we'll put out episode 62 and we'll give ourselves a week break from the podcast.
Yeah, hopefully.
Also, what? We got big things coming, guys.
Ooh.
Big things.
We're doing this
big
again.
Changes, big content changes, new formats, new formulas. We're gonna try some new things, but I'm very excited.
We're working on a robot Pucho so he can come back to join us.
The robot Pucho. He won't disagree with me. He'll just say, yes, sir. No, sir.
No, he strictly will disagree with everything you say. Strategically.
He's going to be, welcome to the One Up Podcast. No, fuck them. No. He's just going to disagree with everything he says.
Give me a little crunch for our way out of here, man.
For the pooch.
Yeah, we're going to crunch. There you go. Ooh. There you go.
I wish I was as happy as that man eating that last bite of chips. As always, people, go one up yourself. Peace.